Om Shanti. Accumulate the power of thoughts and become an instrument for elevated service. Have thoughts filled with determination. When you serve with words, you use your time and wealth. There is also some upheaval in you, and you become tired too. However, in serving with your elevated thoughts, all of that will be removed. So increase the power of your thoughts. Have thoughts filled with determination, and revelation will then take place quickly. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today's day 31. Accumulate the power of thoughts and become an instrument for elevated service. Today's topic: have thoughts filled with determination. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. Is everyone okay? Very happy. Our happiness is when there is more and more clarity about the efforts. What I have to do next, right? It's not that I have to have same routine, same action, same way. But then how to be better, how to progress, do more than in less spend of energy or time, money. So I like it very much when Baba says the effort and attention, like yesterday Baba said, attention on not to have negative thoughts or wasteful thoughts. But today Baba is saying that attention has to be how the thought should be full. So it's almost the last day of the month, and Baba wanted us to have power, to accumulate power of elevated thoughts and powerful thoughts. And it's becoming clear to us that elevated thought is a thought which could be filled with one virtue. And one virtue also is power. So I take one thought. I need power to merge. So whole day that I have to use that thought in practical. So by evening the thought will be full with that power to merge. So if we keep the list of virtues and take one virtue per day and make it like Baba says, full with that virtue, so then thought has that power whole day. So some definitely accomplishments and attainments, and some, as Baba said, you reveal Baba also. And as we are hearing lot about Didi Drishti, so we also, when the thought is full, then attitude and drishti definitely will also be full with that power. And others will have beautiful experience, like Baba is talking lot on that. When there is God's love in you, then souls will be pulled. and they would want to experience God's love. These are the things we have to work on ourselves now, like we do other things in a common way, which are all right, we need to do them. But spiritual efforts, special attention on my thinking, my attitude, my drishti, that will not only uplift me, but the quality of souls, quality of service, I think we will feel really, really complete, full, and happy. Mhm. So Baba is saying that have thoughts filled with determination. So that means I have to pay attention when I am thinking what it is full with. Is it God's love? Is it knowledge? It is remembrance? Is it of peace? Is it of love? Baba says when you serve with words, you see, you use your time and wealth. There is also some upheaval in you, and you become tired also. So Baba says, however, in serving with your elevated thoughts, so then every action, every type of service which we do, so Baba says when you do with elevated thoughts, then all of that will be removed, whether upheaval, whether tiredness. So increase the power of your thoughts. Like we pay attention to health, we pay attention to wealth, and now more attention to your thoughts. So Baba is saying that, so increase the power of your thoughts. Have thoughts filled with determination. And revelation will then take place quickly. How do we reveal Baba? The Baba is saying that the thought has to be filled. So not just simple, ordinary thoughts. So that means whatever we do, whenever we decide, plan, just look at, is my thought full? Mm. So one feels so good when Baba clarifies everything. So even if it's the last day, when Baba had given us direction to accumulate power of thought. So just imagine that we are also becoming embodiment of that virtue. No? So that means in thought there is attitude, mm, there is use of virtue, so accumulation is happening. So now it is very clear to us what are elevated thoughts, what are powerful thoughts, to make them full. And then it gets accumulated, and the quality of our service, whether through words or our quality will keep increasing. And when quality will increase, then quality of our service and atmosphere and our presence, everything will improve. And that is what is needed every day. Some improvement, some progress in us is very, very important. So make our thoughts full, accumulate the power, and then do the service, whether it is through words, through vibrations, yoga, anything, right? It's very, very important. Om Shanti.
Good evening, Didi ji.
Hello, good evening, good evening.
And the rest of the Avyakti Parivar. I know the days are drawing to a close. You've been physically with us for about 14 weeks now. And, again, not that there will be any break in what it is that you're giving us, but do you feel that as it's time for you to return to Madhuban, that you need to give us something extra to make sure that we keep moving whilst you're not physically with us?
That's what when I was reading this Avyakti signal, I just thought that Baba, because Baba doesn't like the way we keep going on in a routine, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's all right, everything runs, everything functions, but there needs to be some kind of boost, no? Needs some change. Everyone should feel, oh, now is different. This person not only different, but whole atmosphere is different. So I think that this practice of see your thought is filled with one of the virtue. I think that could help a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was very good because I see people for years keep going on and on. And I know for me, I just immediately, but what next? What else? No? So I think that is instead of thinking that way, first I do with my own self an experiment with our thoughts filled with the quality and see the enthusiasm and atmosphere in others also. If we as instruments do it, it will be visible in others also. So instead of only thinking about uh, how to take more help, how to become more cooperative, but change your thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And that will uplift. I feel that there could be big change in that. So I thought that Baba is giving us a gift now. And especially this is the month of Dadi Prakashmani. And Dadi Prakashmani was always full, right? Full of love, full of enthusiasm, full of, like creating happiness and joy.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, looking at her as soon as anywhere she passed, and there was such a big impact. So we all have to look at Dadi
Yeah.
Prakashmani. And so there are many things Baba is giving, and I am taking it and I'm sharing with everyone.
It's interesting, just as you're mentioning Daddy Ji and Didi, and this story that Nirverbai was telling. I witnessed that as well, where Didi, through her drishti, just transformed someone in an instant. All of Gyan fit into their head. They recognized everything literally in 1 minute while she was giving him Bog on a Thursday from the Gadi, and he changed. And that was like about 45 years ago. And of course, the brother is still there. But it just struck me now as you're mentioning Daddy Ji. So Didi Ji, you needed to be in front of her to get that drishti. But Daddy Kamarka's whole presence brought something. It was like an angel has come into the room, or, a divine personality. So it was interesting. Both of them powerful in their own way, but yet one you could instantly feel it. The other one you had to be a little bit more intimate to get. Nobody had drishti like Didi did. So
That's true.
interesting. Yeah. And so
Because not only Brahmins, but even Lokik people, whether they were Mahatmas, whether they were politicians, as soon as Dadi came, you could feel like a big personality.
really,
Even she was very humble.
yes.
I know that Gayatri always mentions about when Dadi was coming, and we decided to do first program of Images Voices of Hope.
Right.
We are in Manhattan. We
Yeah,
had this hall in the Fashion Institute,
remember.
and there were 80 journalists, press people, media people, and Dadi appeared, and Dadi stood there. Kind of vibrations, the kind of silence which it created, as if people were just waiting to hear her. And then she starts sharing the vision of golden age. Generally you don't start with that, right?
Yeah.
And then he shared about new world, about golden age, and it was amazing that everyone really kind of yes, Daddy, yes, it's true, like acceptance of whatever she was saying it. And we were wondering both ways that the change which happened in atmosphere as soon as she entered,
Yeah.
and then whatever she spoke, there was such a big impact. So I think, of course, yeah, we all have to be like that, right?
Yeah, I think one of the things that because there was such compassion in her,
Hmm.
that was what touched others. And I remember her, it might have been the last time she was in London, I don't recollect. But yeah, because I remember Robin Gibb had come for the program. But she was in the main hall, and it was a talk she was giving, a public talk. And at the end of it, she's making them all make a commitment, not only for a vegetarian diet, but for celibacy. And and we're thinking, oh, but everybody in the room, when she asked this of them, they all put their hands up. That was the kind of, she cast a spell on everybody. Maybe they discovered later they couldn't do it, but she cast that, there was something magical about her, and that she made you believe that you were capable of doing that thing too, was one of the things that I saw with Daddy. For me,
And then she was very natural, in
yeah,
the sense of very humble, very
yeah,
natural. It's not she has to prepare herself
no,
either
that's
for it, yeah,
so
to
natural. And
very,
I remember too, and I won't get into the story, but it was like, how sometimes your mother expects you to behave in a certain way, because you reflect her, etc. And here was this situation. Daddy Janky pulled my ears, and I went to Daddy Kamarka, not about the situation at all, but for her, she was like my grandmother. Your grandmother loves you more than your mother, because your mother expects you to, represent her. So that was another thing about that loveliness of the grandmother, that just accepted you and only saw your goodness. Which brings me to a question that I was asked. It came up in today's blessing, I think, that how do you mirror the good qualities even when someone's behaving wrongly? So Daddy Kamarka could do that. I saw that in her. But how do you do that? How do you remind somebody of their good qualities even when they're behaving wrongly or badly?
no, first my reaction, my response should be completely different than what that soul is doing, right?
Okay.
So you are donating the virtue, and also you are this one said it, so I said this one. That's not really a example. You don't inspire, right? But if someone does something and I just use the virtue, let's say somebody is very impatient, let me have patience. Somebody is upset, disturbed, let me be peaceful. But what happens, some or other we respond in same way, which could be subtle reaction also. So we not, other person is not inspired, right? Or doesn't have bhavna then for you. So I think that it's very easy, whatever that person is, but what I have to be. Somewhere, especially if I want to prepare either cooperative souls or my hands or for Baba's yagya, especially the young ones, right? From where they learn, right? They will learn from me. So I have to be, if I am senior, I cannot expect that. So whatever they are, mm, what I have to do helps them to grow with that quality. I always pay that attention that this one is soul and now she has started different journey, only belonging to Baba, doing Baba's service. What will be useful to her? So I pay attention to the way I say things, the way so then they start having the faith and trust and bhavna and start learning things in a different way. So
Right.
I think that, but to keep pointing out towards someone's defect or what that person doesn't have or what that person do is not bestower, it's not giving. So that bhavna will not be created. No, but if I am giving and I'm not looking at whatever that, knowing that this will be very useful for that soul in future, and that soul also start feeling more and more powerful and strong. So I don't think we have to pay attention to what wrong anyone is doing, but our behavior, our interaction should be such a good example for them that, like we are talking about Dadi, they should talk
Yeah.
about us. I learned this from this one. I
Yeah.
learned.
Yeah. But sometimes in a situation where someone and they you do see that it's a little bit out of character, and like being able to remind somebody, um, like they're doing something that's unkind, and to be able to say with sincerity, I know how kind you can be. Would this be wrong to like you're reminding them of their quality? You're not condemning them, you're reminding them that this really is your vision of them, that you see them as kind, even if they're being unkind.
Everything at the right time in right words, appeals to everyone.
Yeah.
But while walking, talking, you comment on people, say
Oh,
things about people.
yes.
It doesn't go. It goes waste. Not only that, but then you feel this one doesn't listen to me. So how do I say that they listen to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
This whole thing of bhavna and listening to you really is a big achievement which one needs in the life, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I want to prepare hands, if I want younger people to, become like the way we want them, is only when we go higher and they say, think what I have to do as instrument, what I have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Not, but when we start looking sanskars of others, then it's very difficult in the sense of they won't take from you. I remember in one of the Murli when Baba says, if you have noticed the weak sanskars of someone, they will never take
You won't
sustenance
be
from
able
you
to. Yes.
because your attitude is affecting them.
Yeah.
If,
But
oh no, I have nothing against anyone, but you have a attitude of what the way that soul is. But I don't have to look at that. I have to be what Baba wants his soul to be like. How can they get something which they can treasure it and say, oh, I learned this. This was excellent. No, so
yeah.
yeah, I think that we have to go a little bit higher in our.
Well, higher, yes, and again, we look to you for that. I was thinking about this earlier while you were talking, that there may be a cast of thousands in a play, or hundreds, or 20 or 30 on the stage, but the success of the play and even the quality of the all of those supporting actors, it really falls on the main actor.
Mm.
It really falls on the main actor. So do you have this consciousness that, you know, that you have to be higher? So as you know, it's like when Baba says that when he's playing the music beautifully or whatever, then the audience is going to dance more.
Yeah, attention is there because,
Mm.
you know, it's very, very important. There are so many souls around, and I think our vibrations, our interaction, the way we talk with each other, our respectful manners, whatever we, you know, do play our part with has impact on others. I always feel that it's not with the aim that they should learn, but I feel everything is noticed, and
Yeah.
it's quite a vast thing of how do I follow properly, how do I conduct myself, and many, many things. I know that some sisters, when they travel, they come back here and oh, we really thank you because what we have learned here, what we have done here, what I am becoming, I could have never. So they do feel, that they're receiving something. So it's only through our best, really, this whole thing of God's love. As much I receive love, that much you are able to do. As much my remembrance is, that much others. There is always people are following us, right? So it's not only me, but I have to always remember we are always together. Not I, but we.
Right, but we look at you too in the same way that you looked at the daddies or we looked at the daddies. That yeah, just wondering if you ever felt this, responsibility, And I think, I know that this is not, this wouldn't be your approach, but sometimes for me, when there's like a difficulty in relationships or something, it's very simple in that the other person doesn't feel that you like them, and so it may be very basic, but just to allow people to know that you like them, that you see them, that you don't mean them any harm. Things change. Where there's friction, it means each one thinks the other one doesn't like them or doesn't value them. But that's me working at my level.
Few days ago, I was thinking that when Sister Gayatri came to New York, start staying with me, and we were completely two different personalities, right? And but everyone. I always think that once Baba has chosen someone, and also sometimes it's good, like most of the people will say, it's very good that she's there for you because you are very gentle, you are very, and there should be one person who should be little stronger. So I realized that it was so useful.
Yeah.
Even a lot of people will kind of look at me, say, how do you manage? How do you manage? And I know that once in a while I felt in contrast with the personalities, but I appreciated a lot. And of course, it's always whosoever Baba sends in my life, I always feel has something to do. And I very well connect with everyone.
Maybe we'll give you a list at some point, Didi, and you can tell us why we've come in your life. What did we come in your life to bring or to do? It would be a long list, right? But no, that thing of, and I have to say that I like this. And I even appreciate it about the Brahma Kumaris as an organization that everything, even though we dress the same, we eat the same, we study the same, but the heart is big enough to embrace everything and anything that comes. And so I don't mind seeing these challenges or people being disruptive, you know, or even going against the yagya, because what it shows me is what the yagya is, you know, that it's bigger than all of that and that it maintains its integrity and its vision of brotherhood and all the rest of it. So I like when things are a little bit different. It's, you know, that as you say, instead of just plodding along, same old, but where you get these little tweaks in the drama that allow you to look at things in a different way or to see in a different way or, you know, deal with yourself. But just, I think we're at 8:30, but something just very quickly that we were talking, it came up, this thing of determination and, you know, determination in the thoughts. But how do I know the difference between this is what I want, this is what I want, and real, that, you know, because there can be determination in a not so good way that becomes forceful or insistent. And so
No,
how, no,
one is what I think, but other is I have to do that. And what I need is determination. You know,
okay,
whether I have to either travel or I have to do something,
and
which
I
is,
need determination. Okay,
yeah, I really need determination so that it becomes easier.
yeah.
No, it becomes like more natural than pushing yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that whatever one is, what I need, I have thinking to do, one is I have to do it, and I need determination for that. So I fill my thoughts with determination so that everything becomes more easy and simple, more natural to know.
And so thinking about now, it's time for you to fly again.
Mhm.
You know, again, and certainly determination to travel. But by the same token, do you feel you're being invoked? That something in particular is invoking you. You're not, you know, you haven't seen exactly what it is, but that your presence is. It's more important for you to be there than here.
Yeah, I never been in Madhuban for Rakhi or Dadi's Day. It
Oh,
is first time, yeah. So
lovely.
I am also a little bit excited to see how
Oh,
it happens, what
lovely.
happens.
Oh,
And
that's true. I didn't even think about it. You'll be there for
Dadi,
yeah.
and also Dadi's Day, because Muniben used to tell me at least once you should be here,
Wow.
and it's happening this year.
Oh,
So
beautiful.
it's both ways. Physically,
Mm-hmm.
lot of determination is required, but
Absolutely.
internally, I'm really happy that let's see what will be the experiences this time.
Okay. All right. That's a nice note to finish on. And so wishing you bon voyage, safe journey, and um, you know, going home again. You're going, as
Yeah.
they say, time to go home.
Yes, you will see me from there. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks, Didi. Om
Okay. Odivan Om Shanti.
Shanti. Bye-bye.
Bye.